2024 is my year, 2024 is your year, and we are excited to host you once again on the 2024 Positivity Series. My name is Nati Kule, and I'm smiling because today we have a very important topic, and it's called positivity in the workplace. Oftentimes we discuss issues of mental health, we discuss issues of family, we discuss so many things that make up a human, and we leave behind the people who actually wake up every morning to go to work and try to make all the other pillars of the wheel of life work. And today we just said we would like to reach out to an expert in the field of human behavior, in the field of career, in the field of human resource, to just give us an insight on how to make 2024 in the workplace one that is productive, one that is successful, and one that is actually hassle-free. You know, a lot of people, you get this whole, I hate my job. In 2024, we want to help you find solutions and end the year saying, wow, I love my job. So for the next few minutes, I'm going to be with the wonderful, the dynamic, and the very, very resourceful HR practitioner, Sharon Mazia. Welcome onto the podcast. May you please greet the viewers as well.
Thank you, and a happy 2024 to all the viewers at home.
Wow, thank you very much. Here, we do not introduce you, but we ask you a question that if we were to ask one of your children, what does mommy do? How would your child describe you?
Okay, so I'll describe myself in one sentence. I am an HR practitioner. I am a communication specialist, and I am a legal scholar.
Oh my goodness, what a potent combination, because they all work intertwined. You cannot communicate without knowing the right things to say. That will not get you legally in trouble. And also in HR, there's a lot of legal issues that you deal with. Yeah. You can't just tell people to take 10 days off work. It may not be legal. Yeah. So thank you so much for being on the show. Of course, Sharon is very experienced, over 2 decades in the field of work, and we all see her motivational talks. She inspires us on social media as well. And also just that, she's also a very professional career coach, and that's what we'll be discussing today. And enough yap from me. We're here to listen to her. It's 2024, and employees and people who are employed in different fields, in the office, in food and beverage, hospitality, different fields. They're starting off the year, some just open, and they're asking themselves, how can I make this a better year? How can I make this the year I get a promotion? How can I make this the year I'm not that troublesome employee? Mm. What pieces of advice, or 3 pieces of advice, or 2 that you'd give to someone watching and saying, I'm starting the year and I want to start it right?
All right, that's a great question. The starting point, okay, it's 2-way. There's you, the employee, and then there's the employer. So I'll talk about the employee.
Yeah.
The first thing that you've got to do is you sort yourself at home.
Okay. Before
you get to the workplace. You've got to have the right mindset before you come to the workplace. So I'll make an example. Whatever makes you tick, or whatever gets you going as you wake up in the morning, that's exactly what you need to do, because you're boosting yourself before I meet Nati, who's going to upset me. So the therapy starts at home. I, for instance, listen to Robin Sharma. Robin Sharma works for me. He's very much motivational. He speaks to me. I find him inspiring. He works me up until I'm at the right pace before 8 o'clock.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so you've got to start working on yourself first and say all the positive things to yourself before you go to work. And that's the perfect start to the day. Doesn't matter how many demons you meet along the passage, you're already armed. You know, the word of God says, put on your full armor.
I love that.
That is what it means. You put on the full armor at home.
And then I've done my part, and then I get to work, and there's that boss pushing me there.
It's going to bounce off. It's going to bounce off.
Fantastic.
Because you start with your mindset before you get to the workplace.
To be receptive to what happens to me and to look at it positively.
I'm telling you, you know how many people there are in the world? You have about 7 billion. people. So that's just that dot that's that's upsetting you. So if you really feel that they're starting to work you up, understand that you're just dealing with a dot.
Yeah.
You're not even a fraction of 7 billion. You're dot.
And then to the employers, how can they create a better, conducive working? They had a good one, perhaps, but even a better one for 2024 for their employees.
So for the employee, you start with a great mindset, etc.
I love that.
And also your attitude. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. That's the thing we watch. So I've never, in my entire career, when I'm being asked to recruit, not one executive member has asked me, what qualification does Nati have? No one has ever asked me. When it's time for recruitment, they say, Sharon, please, we need to fill in that vacancy. How's that lady that usually helps us when we are preparing for a board meeting, or it's a Christmas party, or there's an event? I want that one, that helpful one. They've never asked what qualification they have.
Practical, yeah.
So it's the attitude. We hire attitude. We promote attitude. It's a bonus when you have a piece of paper, your certificate
100%.
that comes along with that. So people really fail to understand that we're not actually looking for your qualification. You're already qualified. The 10 of you that are qualified.
Yeah.
So all the differentiator is your attitude.
100%.
And that is why we then choose you
Okay.
above everybody else.
And the employers, how can they?
And so for the employers, I think there's always room to improve. I always say any organization that does not include people in their strategy is bound to have a toxic place.
Yeah, true.
Because when they're strategizing, when you're putting together your strategy for the next 3 to 5 years, you want productivity, you want to achieve targets, but you forget that the people that are going to help you achieve are people. You're not working with machines. You're working with human beings. If you have the right strategy for the human that's going to push the work, then you're going to fly.
Ah, perfect.
As an employer. Secondly, ensure that your communication is transparent.
Okay.
We
love that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Be open, be honest with the communication, and people understand and work with
And
you.
be part of.
Even if you're not doing so well financially, explain that, guys, this is the situation. This is how we'll work around it and achieve. And people will work with you. They want honesty, and you will get their trust if you do that.
And when I was opening the show, I said there's a lot of this, I hate my job. And I see it also on a lot of statuses on WhatsApp. A person is employed in a country where there's a high unemployment rate, but they're saying, I hate my job. How can that employee move from that attitude or perception and go to I love my job? What can you advise that I hate my job employee?
Okay, so the starting point always is for you, Nati, before you start pushing the company's strategy and their targets and everything. What is your strategy? Have you ever thought about it? 2024, we're in with a bang. But if you don't have a strategy, your personal strategy, then you are not likely to succeed to go and push the company's strategy when you don't even have your own.
How dangerous are those WhatsApp statuses to your employer?
Very big. Guys, please don't do it. Please, we watch. We are on socials. We are everywhere. When we are recruiting and looking and we are contemplating filling a vacancy, we go into all the social pages, all the forums, and we check you out just to get an understanding. Because even if I interview you, the decider is not the interview.
Yeah.
It's a It's a psychometric test.
Oh,
it's what you're
yes.
doing on your socials. It's all the softer things that have got nothing to do with your technical competence.
As an extremely experienced HR practitioner, I've sat in one or two interviews, and you find the one who has performed best in written, then suddenly is jittery on orals. How can they be able to express themselves? What advice would you give for someone preparing for an oral interview?
Okay, so don't think you know it all. You are very good technically.
Yes.
So if you are an engineer, you are a good engineer. But it doesn't mean you are good at expressing yourself.
Yeah.
So take the time and go and practice. I get calls. If you have been called for an interview, somebody calls and says, Sharon, please, I need your help. I'm scheduled for an interview on Friday at 10. So I make you practice. And it feels silly because you know your technical stuff. I'm not interested in your technical competence.
Yes.
I want to see you being able to express yourself.
Can you work with a
Can you
team?
work with people? Are you a team player? The soft things. Because if you're not able to work with people, then it doesn't matter how qualified, even if you have a PhD, no one wants to work with you.
How important is dress code in 2024? Because now we're moving away from the whole tie. I'm wearing my shirt, it's out. But how important you're going for a job interview? There's a whole list of people there. And I know one guy, he said to me, he's dressed in jeans and sneakers and a t-shirt because the job interview is for a graphic designer.
Yes.
So he says he's going to go like this.
Yes.
And the result was negative. How important is the dress
So do
code?
your homework. Do your homework, guys. Do your research. Then the kind of organization that's called you in for the interview, they're not the same. If you're going for a marketing agency, they probably won't have an issue with that. Look decent, look neat, clean, and they're cool with that. But if you're going to go for a more conservative organization, then you've got to appear as though you're really serious about what you've come for. Dress smartly, and so do your research, and also the people that will be interviewing you. Do your research, because some are very conservative and some are not.
In the way you express
And the
it.
way,
Yeah.
yes. So some will automatically just shut off because you're coming with dreadlocks, and yet that's got nothing
So the
to do.
research counts.
Do your research and understand the organization where you have an interest working for. Besides, if you don't do that, you'll be frustrated once you're inside the organization because it will not have the culture that you want.
Some are highly religious as well.
The culture, do your homework. It will stress you out if you go for an organization that has a culture that you don't agree with.
We've touched on 2 points that are key when you go for a job interview. But the requests I get on my inbox, they say, my CV is perfect, I'm presentable, I speak well, I've got qualification, but it's 3 years without a job. I keep going for interviews. No one wants to hire me. What's my problem?
That's perfect. So you know what I tell them? I told some lady that I am coaching and mentoring that volunteer. People don't get it. Please volunteer. Don't look for money first. People need to get to know you. They need to get a feel of you. They need to be comfortable. That actually, don't stress, guys. We've got Nati that we can call to come and
assist,
how are they going to know? How are they going to know? Secondly, you cannot be a ghost. So they will probably not tell you this. I will probably not repeat it. But you must have social or digital presence.
Okay.
How can I hire a ghost?
True.
You don't exist anyway.
Yeah.
You are not on FB, you're not on Insta, you're not on LinkedIn, you're nowhere.
True.
So how can I hire? I'm taking a big risk. But if you're on socials, I can
It gives
get a
me
feel
an
of you.
in-depth
I can
feel
get a
of you.
Oh no, he's easygoing. I don't have to worry. You socialize. It gives me an insight to your personality.
Interesting.
So it's scary to hire a ghost and a non-existent person.
Yeah.
So don't
with
be
no
scared.
reference.
There's no reference. No one knows you. I don't know where you hang out, where your friends, what your interests are. Yeah. And there's absolutely nothing wrong being on socials. Just be responsible about it.
Yeah.
That's all.
But also with socials, how as an HR practitioner or a business owner do you still get the best out of your employees in a digital age when they are stuck on social media? Because some entities, they actually eventually cut off Facebook and cut off any access into those forums. But that's a bit on the high side. How can the employee be disciplined, and how can you as an employer instill some sort of
So I am big on digital. I'm a big supporter of being on digital and encouraging people to be on digital platforms. But I educate that this is how you need to be responsible. This is how you find. Sometimes when you are in leadership, you've got to have quick answers for anything.
Yeah.
You cannot go to a board meeting and you don't have an answer. So the teams I work with, then they will know I will scream because everyone is on standby on WhatsApp.
Okay.
My whole team is on WhatsApp because if they ask me a difficult one, or I actually even forgot to ask about it, something that I had never anticipated, quick. It must be.
So there has to be a sort of a balance. Yeah.
Yes, so there must be a balance. It's how you use it. So the whole team, that is how we communicate. We have a WhatsApp group. It's quick, it's instant. And if I'm asked a very difficult question, I type it out quickly and they give me an instant answer and I look brilliant.
This conversation, it needs days.
Yes.
I have so many questions. But dear viewers, we do have the comment section open. She is active on social media. She will be looking at your comments. This is your only one chance to ask any HR related question. You could say, I'm asking for a friend or a brother and write what's concerning you and she will reply. Speaking of replies and resources, so now there's the people watching and they're saying, wow, I want to learn more. I need information. I need a book. Yes. I need this. I need websites. Come on, feed me. Ask her to give us that fountain. Where can they go? What can they click? What can they start reading in 2024 that will capacitate them?
Okay, so you don't want it to be an overkill. Do simplicity. We go move with simplicity.
True.
The first thing, get a mentor and a coach.
Okay.
Get a mentor and a coach to guide you. If you're stuck in a job, why are you not moving? Get a career coach, a certified career coach, who will give you that guidance. Otherwise, the easiest, just go on LinkedIn. There's various HR platforms. They have all the answers to equip you and give you all the tools that you need.
Wow. That's so
you don't need to stress. If you're not on LinkedIn, you're missing out big time. It's got all the answers for what you're looking for.
That's very, very true.
Yes.
One of the biggest things that you could do for yourself in 2024 is open that LinkedIn account, be active, follow relevant things. Yes. I was looking at LinkedIn, they were talking about positivity, 11 ways to be more productive at work in 2024, 11 skills you need at work in 2024. And there's just so much knowledge. Please get that LinkedIn account. And now I'd love to hand it over to you to speak to your audience and give them what you feel can make their workplace experience better, make them more productive in 2024, And also just to the job seeker, how they can make this a better job seeking year or more successful one.
Okay. So my message really for those who are already at work and you feel, when you wake up in the morning, you actually don't feel like going to work, ensure that you take care of your mental health. Mental health is very important. It doesn't make you look like you're a loony. You're not. We all go for therapy. I go for therapy so that I remain sane, because I work with people. People are very complex. They're not easy. It doesn't matter where you are working. People are complex. So please work on your mental health. On the wellness side.
Yeah.
Secondly, just make sure in terms of your career pathing, get a coach who's going to help you with your career pathing so that you understand why you are stuck where you are stuck. There is a way out. You need to be intentional about where you want to go 2024, 2025, and how you're going to get there. So the coach helps you to map out your life and your career in terms of your growth, so that you start having progress and understanding why. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with you. Sometimes it's just your attitude. Change your attitude. Start helping out. Start volunteering. Start being out there. If there's a Christmas party at the end of the year, be the first to volunteer. Hey, I'm available. Do you guys need any help?
Yeah.
If there's a department, finance, the electricity has gone off. So they've got to start doing the invoicing manually. Say, guys, can I help? Can I help you with the invoicing? You don't need to go to Varsity to write an invoice. You can write it manually.
Yeah.
Basic thing. Then the department start to notice you. People around you, they start to notice you. And when there's opportunity, you are the first person that they will remember.
Thank you. Thank you very much. What a very powerful way to start your workplace for 2024 with the right attitude. That's the word I'm taking home. Have the right attitude. With attitude, you will go and soar like an eagle. Thank you so much, Sharon. Where can they find you if they need a consultation on this? Because we've just barely scratched it.
I'm available. I do have a website, Imaginations. That's my company.
Imaginations, www.imaginations.com or .co.z?
.com.
.com. Imaginations.com.
Imaginations with an X,
Okay.
not T.
Okay.
Yes. So you'll find me on my website, and then my phone number.
Yeah.
+268 7602 8280. I'm always happy to help.
Wow. Thank you so much. We empower, we inspire, we help you grow for 2024. And this is the Positivity Series. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, dear viewers. And do drop your comments. She's available. We'll sum it up also in the comment section because, wow, we've learned a lot. Thank you. Take care and see you on the next episode.
Thank you.